think you caught me picking my nose. That's hilarious. Tried to get it in and then push the thing at the same time. Well, happy today. I am William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. I am sitting outside, as you can see. Oh, it was yesterday because of the fallback. I felt that, hey, I'm going to be getting up early now. So, just do that. And I got up just in time. So my body has adjusted to the time change in one day. So I've decided, there are two reasons why I decided to do this show outside, is because my lovely wife put the dishwasher on, and so it's loud in our apartment. So I was like, okay, so I can either turn that off, which I didn't want to hear about that later, or I can go outside and kind of deal with being outside. So I am going to be with this. I'm going to be with the cold. I'm going to be with everything. Um, you know, yeah, so let's start the show. Happy today. Happy today. I am William Brown from IamWilliamBrown.com. This is Happy Today. Reflections, morning round of reflections. I'm sure that there's going to be a number of moments of me um, chattering and doing some things with my words that I typically don't do, or I do, but now I can just blame on the cold. So I I really felt that me dealing with discomfort was the theme of today, because it's election day in the United States, and it's not that I am fearful of any results of the election. Um, I am more concerned with how people react to the election. Um, I um, I have said many a times, and I think it's a big lesson for myself, is that um, I don't believe I or our society handles endings well, or loss. Endings or loss. Don't we're not designed to handle those two things well. And I think that's the power of life. I think the more that we're able to do that. So um, I have picked my cards, and it's like I am complete. I don't know if you can see that. I am complete. I am complete is my I am card. Hmm. I am grateful. You are grateful. You are grateful is my you are card. And I think you should just do it. I think you should just do it is the quote card. So I am grateful. You are grateful. I am complete, and I think you should just do it. Ooh, yeah. So that's where I am today. It's kind of interesting to be doing this outside, and it's not lighter outside. So what a difference an hour makes in our day. Um, the On one word conversations, the word is cooperation. So that should be an interesting word for today, and we'll see how that goes. The first world problem that I'm dealing with or working through is that our internet and cable is out. There was an accident, or there's weather related incident or something, and our internet service is out. So they said they didn't anticipate it being back in until today around 2 or 3 o'clock. Um, yeah, so all of my shows, I have a recording that I was planning to do, and I have the show at 11, uh, and I have a show at 1 that will probably be from this spot right here, but it will be outside. So yeah, so it is fun, and I think really being with it and how I was showing up when I had to deal with the uh, when I had to deal with um, I guess the awareness that we were going to be out of service for that period of time. There's a number of things that I had planned to do, but I just didn't do. Um, I didn't realize that there were a lot of things that are online um, that um, that I was planning to do that I needed to be online to do it. So yeah, so yeah, working through that. Um, but like I said, there's a lot of things that I could have done, but I didn't do because I was sitting with it, but I didn't want to deal with it. So and so that is something too. Um, I personally don't want this date and many of my reflections to be about the election, um, because I think it's consumed too many lives already. Our politics have consumed too many people already, and it's you know the reality. If I really believe that today is all I have, do I want to give it away to fears and anxiety of an election? Um, and it's like, no, I'm not going to deny that that's what's going on, in our country. But I'm not going to give myself away to that. I am not going to. Um, yeah, I do look. I do look cold. There has been a chill that has been going through my body for almost a day now. So um, the fact that I'm sitting out in the cold or a cold environment is just, I don't think it's helping at all, right? Right. So, but other than that, I feel good. I am really in a good place. I've exercised my right to vote a couple weeks ago. My lovely wife is waiting in line to do it this morning. I real, I don't know. I feel bad for recommending that she not go at 5 o'clock this morning. Um, but I don't know if that was the husband label or denial label, right, or something to just say that yeah, it's going to be busy, but this is not a concert. You don't have to be there at 5 in the morning to do that. So now it's probably going to be uh, go from there. I have no idea what that keep the warm limit. So so yeah. So I am warm lemon water. Okay, I'll do that. So I'll do that and kind of get a handle of everything. So yeah, really. Um, I think the real the reason why I've been able to deal with election day and a lot of things that have gone on is, I think, because the recent loss that I'm dealing with, the reality that is more important than anything else, our relationship to each other, and See, here's something, and I think I'm reminded of this word that I had probably a month ago now, or early in this month, early in September, late in September, early in October. Jeez, I told you I'm cold, so I'm not thinking straight. Um, that it's temporary, and I think that when people in our cancel culture are our desire to have this purity in the way we're showing up, that when you say that you're not going to be with your family, or you're going to cut people off, you're going to Facebook block people, or all the things that we do to kind of prove to ourselves, really to others, that we're good people. It's just letting us know, in my opinion, how immature we actually are, because nothing is permanent. We make permanent things that we hold on to. And if I hold on a grudge, if I hold on an understanding of someone, all I'm doing is holding on to um, um, an image of them that I am not giving them an access to change. If you want people to live within their label and be trapped within their label, hold them to it. And um, that's what we're doing when we say that, I am so righteous at this moment right now. And if you don't think the way that I think, if you don't believe what I believe right now, you are out of my life. That is very childish. I will say it. And so you may think that you are being righteous, adult, all the things that you think you are, and you are being childish. And so um, that's all the self-righteous people that have cut out people because of who they vote for or who they wouldn't vote for are childish. So I said it. I typically don't say things like that, but those are the things that are going through my head, because I just look. If we are here to love, if we are here to learn, and here to be ourselves and live our lives, um, we do it with other people. We do it for people, and to act as if that the current understanding that I have of myself and of other people is the only way that they can show up ever is um, is childish, and it's very immature. And I really I don't like being, I guess, judgmental or anything like that. But that is just from my insides. That's what grieves me most about how many broken relationships and strange relationships that we have because of politics. Um, Living beyond the label and being beyond your shell. It's not just because you're sick and tired. It's not just because you're sick and tired of being in your shell, um, and now you're going to stand up. Um, we have to give each other access and grace to have movement and flexibility. And I know that um, I know how it feels to not take a stand for so long and then feel like you have to take a stand now because this is the most important time in your life. You know what? Every day is the most important time in your life. Make those decisions. And the fact that people have convinced themselves that they can leave this earth today with a grudge, being in their rightness, is sad. It's sad. I'm losing too many people around me that I have not um, let them know on the level that feels good to me how much they mean to me, or how much they meant to me. That's a horrible place to be. But we find ourselves in that place on a daily because of politics and because of self-righteousness. Um, so I I believe that if you cannot imagine who you voted for losing or the other person winning, you've already lost. You've already lost. You have already lost. The fact that there is more cities and businesses um, boarding up their businesses because of today versus celebrating our freedoms and liberty lets us know where we are today. You know, Facebook user, I really appreciate who you are, and what you said. You're absolutely right. Politics should bring us together because that's the common good. That is the common good. How we agree to be governed is the common good. And the more that we embrace that instead of uh, what it has become is just sad. And so, um, because of my internet, and maybe this is why. Oh, Melissa, thank you. So again, you're not showing up as yourself, but thank you very much for representing. I know if there's love to be represented on my feed, it starts with you, and my wife. So I want to hear about that later, but uh, but no, and I think really that's why I hate politics so much, because there should be a love, there should be a common good in it, and there's not. That's why I hate politics, because people make it about power, and it's not the common good. We say that it's about common good. We lie because of power, you know. Um, and yeah, and so yeah, there's a part of me that's like, oh, I can't believe I just told people that they're childish. There's people that I love that I had to say it, and I think uh, that's the only way that I can do it. I'll probably do um, one post on the politics and just kind of be done with it and sit with whatever shows up, because at the end of the day, whoever wins the day, I'm not going to love my family any differently. I'm not going to love myself any differently. I'm that is, that is, I'm just going to show up for the people that I love, um, in the pain and the disappointment of where we put our hopes and dreams. That's the biggest thing I mentioned on the vote show that I had. Um, the I think that I aired last Wednesday or something like that. It's like, um, I want to be a part of my survival. I don't want to leave it to other people. Um, I want to make decisions in my life. I don't want to leave it to my representatives. All we're doing, in my feeling, all that is showing up for me is that we're allowing our representatives not just to have our voice, but be responsible for our survival. And that's a dangerous place to be. That's a dangerous place to be. And so as I am grateful I just realized what I was just going to do. I think you should just do it. I think I did it. I am so much up to cooperation. I am so much excited about our word that I'm going to have on One Word Conversations, cooperation. So much in my being is about collaboration and cooperation and seeing what we can do together, not just for the common good, but for our individual good. Because too often, when we're so conditioned to believe, I am doing this for other people and I am just so wonderful, we miss ourselves. There was something that I shared on the show. I think it was last Thursday. I was scrolling through TikTok and there was somebody on there saying something. I don't know if you do that or not, but and it's said to do this little exercise here. It's like, okay, take a moment and think about the three people that you care about the most. Okay, you got it? If you are not on that list, you need to do it again. And that really hit me. That all the three people, um, and I tried to put my kids in as one person and all that. It's like, no, three people. I got more than three people that I care about. Um, but the point was, if you're not on that list, if you don't care about yourself enough to really think of yourself first, you need to do it again. There's so many. I really think the I do believe that there's a such thing as a narcissist. I think that there is studies that prove and all that other kind of stuff. But I think our overuse of the word has caused us to resist any self-awareness because we don't want to be considered a narcissist. And I know there's so many people, Melissa. So it's like, I don't want to leave anybody out, right? And I can see that you found the loophole. Look, we can have our kids as people, right? Right. So we can do what we want. Um, but um, but yeah, but that was interesting. Um, when she said if you're not on the list, she didn't say you have to be first on the list, but you're just on the list. And too often we're not on the list. Um, and so it is great. Um, me, right? Yeah, I think I know who that Purple Heart is. I think I woke up with her, right? Right? So, but no, but this is great. I think because of this, how we overlearn our understanding of narcissism, because we always are looking for somebody to blame. We are missing the opportunity to learn and know ourselves. Um, and that's the tragedy in all of this. That is the tragedy in all of this. That because we have, or we're not willing to have this awareness of ourselves, we are missing the power of showing up fully for ourselves and others. Mm, I am grateful. I am complete. I think the reason why that I'm feeling like the reason why the I am complete card is coming up a lot is it's a power thing. If you don't believe that you're complete, you will um, do all these external activities, and one of them is voting to find your completeness. People are looking for completeness in who they voted for, and you've already lost. You've already lost. I think that is my quote for today. You have already lost. If you're not on the list, if you don't recognize yourself as complete, if you're afraid to really do any self-discovery or self-awareness because you don't want to be seen as a narcissist, there is an extreme to that. And I think the same thing as racist. I have said many a times we throw that word around too loosely, and it's a powerful word, and it's losing its power because you can't hold everybody accountable for being a racist if everybody is a racist. You know, we throw it around so much, and we selectively do it. And it goes back to what I said before, that if we hold people to their labels, we don't give them access to be beyond them. And so we can cancel somebody for showing up as an asshole last week. They're not an asshole. That's just how they showed up. You know? That's not who they are. For some reason, that's the way they had to show up. That's the way they chose to show up. I'll say that. That's a better thing. We talk so much about choices. We don't give ourselves choices, and we don't give other people choices. We don't give other people choices to make a different choice. And the main way that we give people the opportunity, the way to make another choice, is to give them grace to do it. So, Deacon Brown is getting cold and needs to stop preaching, right? But I'll bring it to a prayer. So as this day continues, this election day in the United States continues, it is my prayer that we fully embrace that we are complete. With gratitude and grace and gratefulness, we embrace that we are complete in anything that we are called, feel led to do, that we will do. We will just do it. Not from a place of fear, not from a place of anger or anxiety, but a place of love. So that we can show up fully for ourselves and the people that we love and the things that we believe that we're called to do. And we look for the cooperation. We look for the cooperation. We look for it. We look for it. I realize I need to start the less I move, the colder I am. So it's like I need to move a little more. A place of completion. I love that. A place of completion. I've been saying this for a number of days, and I'm starting to get it. The more that I embrace it, I'm complete. And I also recognize that there are areas of my completeness that I am not yet aware of. But it doesn't mean that I'm missing anything. I'm not missing anything. It is my opportunity, or I get to become aware of my completeness by staying on the journey, by living my life. A place of completeness. I love that, Alyssa. I love that. Thank you. Yeah. So as I bring my fears and disappointments from my past, and my anxiety and my hope of my future. I bring them together and become present. And through my prayer to you, that you have a happy today. Blessings, my friends. See you at 11 when we talk cooperation. Oh, the other thing, if you're a solopreneur, or if you want to have the conversation that I'm having at 1, that I need to promote more, is your money. Your money. So we'll have a conversation about money. So yeah, so that is going to be great. Love you guys. I will talk to you later.